Genesis chapter 11, verse 4 through 7, the Father speaks about a group of people who had it. They didn't even know they had it, but they had it so He can show it to us. There was a people in the book of Genesis chapter 11, verse 4 through 7. There was a people who said, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach into heaven. And let us make a name. Let's make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men were building. And the Lord said, behold, this is one people. It says the people is one. And they have one language. And this is what they begin to do. And now nothing shall be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Verse 7 says, go and let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Now let me show you the diamond in this passage here. These people, not knowing what they were doing, got on one accord. They said, first let's give us a name. We'll call ourselves as my family the Blues. They said, we're going to give us a name. We'll call us the people. And then we're going to do something else. We're going to get one language. We're not going to talk all divided. You know how it is in a household when you're with a wife. You talk one way and the wife talk another way, and there's contention. There's no unity. Because wife said, I'm not connecting with you, brother. I'm not going to have the same voice as you have. I'm not going to have the same language. You want to do it that way? I want to do it this way. Then there's contention and there's no power. But these people decided to have the same language. You talk like I talk? Yeah, I talk like you talk. Good. Because we're going to build a tower. I like that. We're going to build a tower. They don't say, no, we're not. We ain't having anything to build it with. They don't talk doubt. They stayed with the vision. We're all on the same boat here. Nobody in there says, we don't have the tools to build a tower. What about God? You want to ask God if He can build a tower first? They didn't ask any questions. They said, we're going to build a tower. They had the same language. And God noticed that. Right just a minute here. I got to do something about this because they're going to do whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do, they got to do it. Because they tapped into the realm of the power. The oneness. I got to go do something. I'm going to confound the language. They're not going to understand each other anymore. They won't understand each other's speech. Like a husband and a wife, right? When you try to talk to a wife about something, I don't believe that. We don't talk about, this is the way I do it. That's the way I do it. You have all this contention and there's no power then in the oneness. Even with yourself. Listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. It did with mine. Even with yourself. When you say, oh, what if I can do it? I'm going to do that. And your mind says, no, we can't do that. You ain't got enough money to do that. And you wrestle with the mind in yourself. There's no unity. There's no one language because you're not in agreement with your soul, with your spirit. Your body and your soul is against each other. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I want to go. I don't want to go. You see what I'm saying? It's a war. There's not one language, but these people were all in. They had one language. And the Father says, I got to do something to confuse this because they tapped into the power. The power is when you say it, you know it, and it is. Because when you know something, you don't act like you don't know it. But if you say something and you don't know it, you got all these little iffy feelings there. I think he loves me, but I don't know. I ain't going to marry him yet. If you know it, like when my wife got married, we didn't, no doubt about it. We knew it. And our actions dictated it. Our words dictated it. Everything was lined up. And there was power to make it happen. Nothing couldn't stop us. Not the voices of the world, the voice of our parents, the voice of our friends. It couldn't stop this word marriage that has been growing for 2 years now. Because we tapped into the power. As these people tapped into the power. And the Father says, no, I don't like what they're doing. They're going about their own glory. They're not going about my glory. I'm going to confound their language. They're going to be talking about the things of the world. And Jesus was very, very centered to say, you know what, Peter, you're my closest friend. You're in my ear. And if you don't stop this, letting the devil speak through you about the things of this world, I might have to abort our friendship. Because you're changing the language here that I'm walking in. The Father confounded their language. So you can't do this in your own guise and get the power for your glory. Because the Father will confound your language within yourself. You're having yourself, I'm going to go make this money. And somebody says, I can't make it. I got to spend time with the kids. I'm going to do this here. I can't. And you're all over the place because there's two voices. But when you get in line with the Father and the world doesn't matter anymore and the things don't matter anymore, guess what? You align then. Your body and your spirit is moving forward then. You're getting closer to the Father. He's getting closer to you. And the closer He gets to you, the light shines more and more. And you become the difference. You become the reason. You become the truth, the way, and the life. You're becoming the source. You become the identity of the Father on earth, where you can say, yes, Christ. You're looking for the Father? Right over here, my man. Because that's who I am now. He confounded their language. Look again and see. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 23, Jesus, as God on earth said, for verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, you got to say it with your whole life, not with just your words. Okay, I have faith, and you walk the other way. Isn't that how we do it? Okay, I believe the Lord, but I'm walking this way. Isn't that how we do it? If you say it with your whole life and you walk into it with the oneness of your identity, there will be nothing. It says, whosoever shall say to this mountain, whoever you are that is complete, be removed, it shall cast. It says, whatsoever you say shall come to pass. Because these people had one language. They had one life. They had one motive. They had one thought. And God had to confound that because they walked in the power then. Because when you get it like that, you can do anything. You would be the presence of the Father who creates darkness, who creates evil, who creates light. You would have that type of power. I made you not just in my image, but in my likeness. Did you hear me, sons of God? So then, there must be one, not two. That's why I struggle with my wife, because we're still in the process of becoming the one. The Father says, listen, I need you and the wife to become one. That's not an easy task to no marriage. You got to have the same mind. You know why it's not easy? Because sometimes the mind of the man is in the world, and the wife is not following the world. So the wife is in the world also. When the mind of the man is in the word of the Father, the wife got to abandon her mind that's in the world and get into the mind of her husband that's in the Father. She can't have any other voice outside of the Father's voice, or her husband's voice. She can't have any other thoughts. Well, I think, no. I'm going to make a phone call and see what my husband thinks about this, because he's the lead in our house. He's the God in my life. He's Father, my Heavenly Father, and I love Him like that. There can't be any other voice. There can't be no other language, because once we get in line with the language of the Heavenly Father, there's nothing we cannot do. The things that we've seen in a short period of time of being married, we see how they work. When the wife stops the contention with me and get in line with me, there's nothing we can't do. Everything that I want, I get when my wife is in line with me. And sometimes I have to contend with her. It's like, hold on, what are you saying? I don't live by what I see. And the Father has showed us time and time again that the lack is more. We don't see lack in this house. And once she's getting more and more like me, guess what? It becomes easier then. And it becomes stronger then. Like a locomotive gaining strength. Coming down a hill after it climbed up a long, big, tall mountain. Now it's coming down with power and authority. That if you get in my way, you will be demolished. You better hear me, sons of God. Because it's written in the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 6. The Lord said, behold, the people is one. And they have all one language. Not two, one language. They're talking alike. And this, if they begin to do, they will do it. And nothing will be restrained from them. Nothing they imagine to do. They're going to do it. Our actions dictate another language than what we speak, sons of God. We talk a lot about being a Christian and we believe Jesus Christ, but our lifestyle says completely different. Our words say completely different. It switches out. Well, I read about submission, but I'm not being submissive. The life is not. Everything is all. The language is not pure. There is no oneness in our identity. Sons of God, hear the word of our Heavenly Father. It is written in the book of James, chapter 2, verse 18. A man may say, if I have faith, but I have works, you speak of your faith without your works, I will show you my faith by my works, said the prophet. I don't have to say nothing to you. Just watch my life.